Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wisdom of Stoicism. Today we're diving into a topic that's a bit more serious, the attitudes of someone who might be using you. Recognizing these signs can help you protect your emotional well-being. So, let's get into it. Attitude 1. They're only around during good times. Have you ever noticed how some people are like sunshine on a clear day, but vanish the moment clouds gather? That's our first attitude. Fair weather friends. These individuals seem to be all in when you're celebrating successes or enjoying good times. But the moment you face a challenge or need support during a rough patch, they're nowhere to be found. It's a pattern that's as disappointing as it is revealing. When someone is only interested in being part of your life during the highs, it's a sign that they might not truly care about you, but rather what you can offer them, be it fun, resources, or status. So how do you deal with this? Start by observing who sticks around when the going gets tough. Those are the people who value you for who you are, not just for the good times you bring. And remember, it's okay to outgrow relationships that no longer serve your well-being. You deserve people who are there for you, rain or shine. Stay tuned as we explore more attitudes that could be red flags in your relationships. And if you're recognizing these patterns in someone you know, it might be time to reevaluate that connection. Attitude 2. They never invest in your interests. Attitude number 2 is all about investment, or rather, the lack of it. Have you ever shared something you're passionate about, only to be met with a disinterested nod or a quick change of subject? That's a telltale sign of someone who's using you. Whether it's your latest art project, a business idea, or even a new recipe you tried, a person who cares will show genuine interest. They'll ask questions, encourage you, and maybe even get involved. On the flip side, a user will often dismiss your interests or worse, belittle them. They see your passions as a distraction from their own agenda. So what can you do? Surround yourself with people who uplift you and your passions. Life's too short to spend it with those who don't appreciate the unique person you are. Remember, a relationship is a two-way street. It's about give and take, sharing and supporting. Don't settle for less. Up next, we'll talk about another attitude that can be a red flag in any relationship. Stay tuned. The third attitude we're discussing today is the demanding nature of users. You know the type, always asking for favors, assistance, or resources without hesitation. They often come with a sense of urgency, as if their needs are the only ones that matter, and they expect you to drop everything to cater to them. But here's the kicker: when it's your turn to ask for something, they're suddenly too busy, or worse, they make you feel guilty for even asking. This one-sided dynamic is draining and unsustainable. It's important to recognize when you're being treated as a convenience rather than a valued friend or partner. So, set boundaries. Be clear about what you can and cannot do. And don't be afraid to say no. True friends will understand and respect your limits. Remember, your time and energy are precious. Invest them in people who reciprocate and appreciate your efforts. Up next, we'll uncover another attitude that can reveal someone's true intentions. Stick around. Attitude 4. They rarely, if ever, say thank you. Gratitude. It's a simple yet powerful expression of appreciation. But what if it's missing? That brings us to attitude number 4, the absence of thank you. When someone takes your help for granted, never acknowledging your efforts or kindness, it's a clear sign they may be using you. A user often feels entitled to your support and sees no need to express gratitude. Their actions say, "I expect this from you." But here's the thing: saying thank you is about recognizing the value of another person's time, effort, and generosity. So, if you find yourself consistently on the giving end, without so much as a nod of thanks, it might be time to reconsider the dynamic of that relationship. Surround yourself with people who appreciate you and aren't afraid to show it, because you deserve to be valued, not used. Up next, we'll explore another attitude that can help you identify users in your life. Don't go anywhere. Attitude 5. They're masters of manipulation. Manipulation can be subtle or overt, but it's always insidious. That's what we're talking about with attitude number 5. A user might manipulate you through guilt, flattery, or even intimidation. They know just what to say or do to influence your actions to their benefit. They may play the victim to elicit sympathy or use aggressive tactics to push you into a corner. It's all about getting their way, regardless of your feelings. So, how do you spot a master manipulator? Pay attention to how you feel after interactions. Do you often feel confused, guilty, or upset? That's a red flag. Remember, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and open communication, not psychological games. If you find yourself constantly being manipulated, it might be time to cut those strings and regain control of your life. Stay empowered and don't let manipulation take away your agency. Up next, we'll discuss another attitude that can help you identify users in your life. Attitude 6. They don't respect your boundaries. Boundaries are essential for healthy relationships. But what if someone consistently ignores them? That's attitude number 6. A user will often test and push your limits, seeing how much they can get away with. They might call late at night, borrow things without asking, or pressure you into commitments. They do this because they don't value your comfort or autonomy. Your boundaries are mere obstacles to their desires. So, how do you handle someone who doesn't respect your boundaries? First, be clear and firm about your limits. Don't be afraid to reinforce them repeatedly. If they continue to disregard your boundaries, it may be necessary to distance yourself from them. Remember, you have the right to be respected. Surround yourself with people who understand and honor your boundaries. That's the foundation of mutual respect and care. Up next, we'll explore more attitudes that can help you identify users in your life. Stay with us. Attitude 7. They're not there for emotional support. Emotional support is a cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. But what happens when it's one-sided? That's what we're exploring with attitude number 7. A user will often be absent during your times of need. When you're looking for a listening ear or a comforting word, they're suddenly too busy or simply uninterested. They avoid the emotional labor that comes with supporting someone because, to them, the relationship is not about mutual care, but about what they can gain. So, how do you deal with this? Seek out those who are willing to share not just your joys, but also your sorrows. True friends and partners will be there for you, offering a shoulder to lean on without keeping score. And remember, it's okay to walk away from relationships that leave you feeling unsupported and alone. Your emotional well-being is important, and you deserve to be surrounded by people who understand that. Up next, we'll look at another attitude that can help you identify users in your life. Don't go anywhere. Attitude 8. They keep score. Keeping score in games is essential, but in relationships, that's a different story. Welcome to attitude number 8. A user has a mental ledger of every little thing they've done for you. They treat kindness as a transaction, not a gesture of goodwill. They'll remind you of that one time they helped you out, using it as leverage to get something in return. It's a manipulative tactic to maintain an upper hand. Healthy relationships are built on selfless acts and mutual support, not on a "what have you done for me lately" basis. So if someone is constantly reminding you of their past deeds, it might be time to question the sincerity of the relationship. Remember, true friends and loved ones give without the expectation of return. They don't keep score, they build bonds. Up next, we'll discuss more attitudes that can help you identify users in your life. Stay tuned. Attitude 9. They're inconsistent. Inconsistency is the hallmark of a user, and that's what we're unpacking with attitude number 9. Users are like chameleons, changing their colors to suit their needs. One day they're your best friend, the next they're too busy to even send a text. Their involvement in your life is as unpredictable as a game of chance. They show up when it benefits them and disappear when it doesn't. This inconsistency can leave you feeling unsure and unstable in the relationship. It's a roller coaster that's not fun to ride. So, what's the best approach? Look for patterns. If someone's behavior is erratic without reasonable explanation, it might be a sign to reevaluate their place in your life. Stability and reliability are key ingredients in any healthy relationship. Don't settle for less. Remember, you deserve people in your life who are as consistent as the sunrise, not those who flicker like a faulty light bulb. Coming up, we'll cover the final attitude that can help you spot a user. Stay with us. Attitude 10. They leave you feeling drained. The final attitude we're discussing today is perhaps the most telling. It's the emotional exhaustion you feel after dealing with a user. Users take more than they give, leaving you feeling drained, both emotionally and physically. It's like they're an energy vampire sucking the joy out of your life. They may demand your time, attention, and resources without considering the impact on you. After interactions, you might feel like you've run a marathon, though you haven't moved an inch. So what can you do? Listen to your body and emotions. If someone consistently leaves you feeling depleted, it's a sign to reassess that relationship. Surround yourself with people who energize you, who make you feel appreciated and alive. Life's too precious to be spent in the company of those who drain it away. Remember, it's not selfish to prioritize your well-being. It's necessary. And cutting ties with a user isn't losing a friend. It's regaining your energy and peace of mind. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the 10 attitudes of a user. We hope this video helps you create healthier, more fulfilling relationships. If you've experienced any of these attitudes, know that you're not alone and it's okay to seek help. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's support each other. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that empowers you. Until next time, take care and keep your energy high, or